Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the KONTAINEROZ podcast. The podcast is sponsored by PortPro, the leading operating system for drayage carriers. Schedule a demo today at portpro.io. Today, we're going to be talking about PortPro. A lot of you guys have been sliding into the DM. What is PortPro? A lot of you guys think it's a load board and all this other stuff. So, to clarify that and talk a little bit about PortPro, what it does, what it is, I got Mr. Daniel Baca in the building. We're going to discuss it. Hey, and now he's known as Dr. Dre.
Yes.
That?
That's my new Instagram name. Dr. _ Dre. That's DRAY.OS.
Yeah. We're going to have some fun with that.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
So let's get into it. We're going to keep it short, probably 15, 20 minutes. We're going to talk about PortPro, what it does, what it is, and who better to do that than, like I said earlier, Mr. DP.
All right. Thank you for the intro. And
The long
thanks
intro.
for, working with us. Thanks for letting all your listeners know about us. And all to all those people out there that are asking about PortPro, what we are is first of all, we're not a load board. Okay, we're not one of those public load boards. What we are is we're an operating system designed especially for drayage carriers. And all we want to do is provide them new technology so that way they can run their company to help them be the best trucking company they can be more efficient, kind of creating paperless processes, more communication, providing visibility, on something that's really easy to use.
And this provides the proper tools for them to win in the game. Because right now, I think it's hard if you got your paperwork all over the place and out of order, right? This helps keep everything organized for them.
Helps keep everything organized, reduces the emails that are coming back and forth, from either your drivers sending you stuff or your customers asking for information or you sending stuff out to them. So it's going to minimize that.
Yeah.
Also, the phone calls from drivers, asking where things need to be returned to, what time is my appointment, give me that container number again. And same thing with the customers. Where is it at? When is it going to get there? What do I got left? How much is it? All those questions and back and forth stuff, and just kind of really reducing that stuff. And then also providing visibility so that way you can reduce your per diem and reduce your demurrage,
So who can get PortPro? How many trucks do they have to have, or is it for owner operators yet? Who is it for?
Now, right now, I communicate a lot with drayage companies all day long. And the smallest company I usually see having really good success with a company is anyone from 3 to 5 trucks. Once they get to that 3 to 5 truck, they're doing maybe 15 loads a day, 10 loads a day, and being able to just start a really good automated process in the beginning to get them started. So as they grow, add more drivers, add more employees, those solid processes and procedures are in place, and it keeps everything kind of smooth and like a paperless, less communication, more visibility type of stuff.
Some people might not know what an operating system is. So what's your quick definition of that?
It's a drayage operating system. So a system to help operate your drayage work. So all your containers, it does be able to be accountable for any type of trailer moves as well too. So it covers that as well, but it's got all the pieces in there so you can help deliver that container and be able to track all the little things that go with it. All your little accessorials, all the multiple stops, different drivers touching a container, how long was that chassis, what chassis was used for it, how much we bill, how much we pay. And then also providing that a really cool customer portal, so that way you can present that information to your customers without your customers having to go to some other third party to get it from them.
So that's a competitive edge, or what? Why would I want to have my customer have a portal? What are the benefits of that?
Well, the benefits of that is no more emailing documents. That's one thing right there. Updates, so they need to know. Some of them have really high priority containers. They need to know when they get delivered. Most of the time, especially in SoCal, we're delivering to distribution centers. So distribution centers are not really considered like a warehouse where they're just storing cargo. It's coming in and it's going out. So they need to know what containers are being picked up and being delivered. And the way things are today, We might have stuff scheduled picked up and doesn't get picked up. So if the customer's expecting that to be delivered, they probably got a truck over the road coming to go pick it up. So if they miss it, all that just trickles down. So being able to provide that customer or that warehouse that visibility, especially to a distribution center, they know what containers are coming in, what products coming in, and they can schedule that pickup and get their stuff out quickly too. So,
and that's extras right there. Those are features that are built in. While from what I've heard, other service providers or operating systems charge for stuff separately, like they nickel and dime the customer.
Yeah.
So, from my understanding, the months that I've been here and I watched you guys work, like this is all in there. It's like a one, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's an all-in-one system.
Yeah.
So these other systems that do that, what it is that they don't have that component, they'll either bring in another partner or another system that they push it to, and then now you have this on top of that, This is all in one, all together, all PortPro.
And the web-based part, you want to discuss that? How easy it is to dispatch and run your operation when you use PortPro?
Yeah, so it's a 100% web-based system. So it's not a web link. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to go through another access point to get to it. You can just simply log in, safe and secure, controls your data. People use it on iPads. People use it on MacBooks, laptops, desktops. Some people you can use it. It does have the capability to see stuff on your phone as well too. And then it goes to the driver as well. So the driver has that complete flexibility as well. iOS, Android, be able to receive information, and it's a native app. So it means it uses all that phone services stuff. So GPS services, pop-up notifications, push notifications, access to the camera, stuff like that, connections to smartwatches.
Why would drivers from a company that uses PortPro want to use the app? Because a lot of companies, a lot of drivers are kind of anti-app as far as.
Let me ask you that question then. What would you want from an app?
Well, okay. Well, I'll tell you what I like. I like that it's like a digital proof of my waiting time.
There you go. So
no
that's
back
one
and
good
forth.
advantage.
Like it's right there.
Yeah, reducing your paper. I'm pretty sure you don't have to turn in interchanges and stuff like that, or have to clip everything together and turn it in.
Or if I lose one, then how am I gonna get paid for that?
Yeah.
Or wait till Friday. I do remember having to, Fridays you got to go to the office and turn in the paperwork and all that. So
yeah, I mean that was probably your whole Friday, turning in paperwork, going to companies, spending your afternoon, going to companies you worked with and turning in the paperwork to them, and then having to wait a couple days to get a check, or a week, or however long they take to pay to process all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're not just processing yours. They got like maybe 30, 40 other drivers they got to do too. So as a driver, as an operator, being able to have that record of everything on your phone and then just take pictures of it and done. I take pictures of all my receipts,
Yeah.
Like I take pictures of everything. If I see something, a receipt, or somebody says you need a copy of this, or what was that, or what was that thing on? I just take pictures of everything, and then I just go to my phone and I got all my stuff that I need. So.
Yeah, and like the driver app and stuff, that's something that I've been involved in, like to play with it, and I appreciate that you guys take the input from someone that has experience in trucking, so it's gonna have that more of a personal touch based on what we look for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I think about these other companies that are out there. It's how can you help a trucking company be more efficient? How can you help a trucking company be more successful on a system when you never had a company or been in a company or even been behind a wheel or anything like that, So it's just, for them, it's more hearsay. This is what they tell me they need, other than, I know what's needed.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I've been here. I see what you guys are about, and it kind of aligns with my desire to have things kind of flow better overall, whether it's like the way we interact at the ports with other people, with ourselves, but this is that like on a whole operations basis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I also think that it's good for carriers to take accountability as far as operations go, and if they have their stuff in order, then they can point the finger at other flaws in the supply chain. But start with yourself.
Yeah, start with your own company first and get that running good. Get that running well. Get that, nice good flow, good processes and procedures in place. So that way when you do take on more work or bring in more employees or add more drivers, things flow really smoothly. And you know that you're running the best way you can run. With a company like PortPro backing you up and supporting you.
Yeah. And if they're not using PortPro, then they might be hitting a plateau, right?
Yeah, because, the days of just say, you know what, you want to come work with me, come work and add more customer service reps or even have more drivers just come in, it's not as easy as it was back then, So what we got to do is try to just take what we have and be more productive with what we have on hand.
Okay. So from a driver's side, then you take care of that because they'll know their pay is secure their waiting times and all that good stuff. Turn in documents like a copy of their license. They don't need to go in person. All that will be up to date, expiration dates. It lets them know. They have a profile within the app. They can chat directly within the app. The dispatcher doesn't have to harass them like about calling their direct line. It's all in the app as well, right?
Yeah, they can ping dispatch and let them know that, hey, I'm ready. I'm waiting for something. Mm-hmm. Dispatch, not just one dispatcher, but the team can get notified that, hey, this driver's pinging us. He's looking for something. Let's get him an empty. That's
good too, because if you had to leave and then it's like, what happened? You left. Oh, look, check it out. I tried to reach you. No one replied.
Yeah.
That'll cover our ass too.
Yeah, exactly. And then also having good visibility on a system helps your team be more proactive. Being able to see this driver's almost to this location. Let me get him an empty that can go back to a terminal.
Line
and
it
at
up.
That terminal, you know what? I got a load coming out at that same time. Let me just send him those 3 loads. Mm-hmm. Boom. As being behind the wheel, you don't want to sit there and say, what do I got next? And waiting for them to tell you what you got next.
Yeah. And
you're like, you know what? Or you might have your day done at 2. And then all of a sudden, boom, you got another load at 2 in the afternoon. You're like, whoa, I was unexpected to have this. And then you have to hear all that shit about you need to do it, blah, blah, blah. And then now, just bad blood, High tensions is not needed. But if behind the wheel and I know that, okay, 2 o'clock, I got a 3 o'clock, cool, I'm done. Like, that's my day. I'm going to knock it out and get it done.
Yeah. And as far as the carrier, what do you think would be their biggest advantage having PortPro?
Well, first of all, you can create a paperless environment and kind of keep things flowing smooth. The whole life cycle of the shipment is going to be right there displayed for you, so you can just track all these movements going through, accountability for everything, and then reduce the bottlenecks. A lot of companies that I visit will have 3 customer service reps, 2 dispatchers, and then 1 billing person. And then as stuff is just being pushed through, it gets bottlenecked at the billing because the billing has to chase down paperwork, has to reevaluate waiting times, dig up stuff, look for things to close out and send out an invoice properly. So what we do is we want to kind of just prep that all up. So by the time it gets to billing, it's just a quick little audit and review and push it all out. Reduce that accounts receivable time greatly. So if you're used to 7 days from the time an order's done to you bill it, that's 7 days. You can greatly reduce that time down to maybe a day or 2. By the time you get to it, everything should be checked off, ready to go, and you're good.
Anything you want to add? Should we do if you remember, some features off the top? Well, run over the features once more if we haven't covered any.
There's a lot of cool features in PortPro, and it's really easy to use. But what people really tend to like is the ability to organize the boards in any format that they like. They can color code. They can save custom views. A lot of them like it because, people use QuickBooks Online. So it's a direct API integration to QuickBooks Online. So whatever you bill and invoice pushes directly into it. You can mark it as paid. That'll push it into it directly as well. I think one thing I do want to leave with is that even though this, you got to have a great implementation team and support team.
Okay.
When you sign on a carrier to a system. You can't just turn it on and say, there you go. If you need help, let me know and I'll bill you for it. You got to make sure that when a company does sign up, they're either coming off Excel or Google Sheets or some type of manual process. So this is a whole new thing for them. or if they're coming off an older system, they have processes that have been in place for years. So there's certain used to way of doing things. So you got to make sure that you understand how they operate. You got to be able to communicate with them in a way that they understand how to use it. And you got to provide them tools and resources. So that way, if they need to review anything again, or maybe they get a new employee and they want to teach them how to dispatch, that they don't have to relive the training process again. There's some tools there that they can use to get everybody up to speed again. And then we do have a real-time support team. So that way that's accessible through the system. So that way you don't have to, be put on hold and wait for somebody to answer, or have to send an email and hope somebody replies back soon. You can have a live direct chat with somebody on our support team from within the system as well. And it's affordable.
Affordability.
Yeah. It's one price.
But it is an investment, right? Because I think
yeah,
you get a lot of no's as well, right? In anything, when you're trying to show something new, people kind of scared of it. So
yeah, there's a lot of companies out there that will invest maybe 2, 3, 4% of their total revenue into technology, into different systems. So, PortPro is probably not even asking for maybe 1% of that to get it going. So you think just a small percentage of your revenue to cover your tech and provide all those services, everything that we just talked about.
Yeah, because I feel like they think they're saving money, but at the same time, maybe they are saving money, but they're blocking themselves from expanding because they want to save money. You get it?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just from what I've been seeing, But okay, cool. So vessel ETAs, customer portal. You could customize the way your system looks, right? You could put your logo on it and everything. Yeah,
you can. So it's not just it's not like blasted PortPro. You can put your logo on there. You can do like a primary color.
Yeah.
To change the look of it. And then that way when the customers do log in and look for data, they see your logo, your color scheme.
Professional.
There you go. Yeah. And for you guys out there in LA, we track in other markets too as well. So if you have operations here and then, all of a sudden you want to open up a company in Houston, for example, we connect to the terminals over there too as well. And we pull availability information and present it within the system.
Georgia, New York,
Jersey, Charleston, Houston, Seattle, Oakland,
I even heard of
Miami.
Canada, I heard of that too.
Miami. If you're out there, Miami, we got you covered. We're connected. We're moving into your market.
Okay. So yeah, I think that about covers it. In short, the main thing, there's the main question. Is it a load board? It is not a load board. It's operating system.
Yeah, for drayage carriers.
So, and don't forget to mention KONTAINEROZ. If you mention KONTAINEROZ, they'll take care of you. I vouch for them. I wouldn't put my name on the line like that with the wrong crowd. So there it is. You heard it from your boy. So anything else you want to add? I don't want to.
No, if you have any questions, you can go to our website, schedule a meeting to talk, schedule a meeting to review it. I like to learn about your company as much as I can. Make sure we got a good fit.
Hey, how much is the demo in case they're already scared? How much is the demo?
The demo is free. The consultation is free as well.
Cool. There it is, guys. So tap in, portpro.io. Check them out. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any questions you have about it, let us know. And
we're here for you.
And Dr. Dre will take care of you.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.